In this class, we are going to start fifth unit from the book of English for academic purpose. The fifth unit is entitled is Gender Discrimination in the Workplace in Pakistan. In this lesson, we will see in the very starting the meaning of the title, that what does the title shows here, what is the meaning of the title. Later on, I will tell you in briefly that what actually the unit is about and what the different type of the paragraphs that are in this unit. These all those paragraph defines what and what is given in all of those paragraphs. The complete explanation I will give you in the very starting briefly. Afterward, we will move forward. So in the fifth unit, gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan, we should see the meaning of the word in the very starting, the meaning of the word gender. Actually, the word gender represents male and female, both of the genders. Discrimination, and another word is the discrimination. Discrimination means to differentiate or to distinguish something, or the disparity, we can say, in the workplace in Pakistan. So the title Gender Discrimination in the Workplace in Pakistan represents that how men and women are discriminated and differentiated and distinguished from each other in the workplace in Pakistan. Mostly those women and men who work in the different places, in the different offices, are explained in this unit and elaborated in this unit, that how do they work there and what is the relationship of those men and women in the official locations and places, and how do they work there, how do they live there, and what is the behavior of men and women with each other. So in the very starting, we are given five certain type of the statements, and these five statements are very debatable. They need lot of logics and different type of the evidences in order to prove these statement and give the explanation of these statements. So all of these statements, although all of these statements are related to the life of the men and the women, so I will read out these statements, and we will explain, we will elaborate, we can discuss these statements after completing this unit, that what are our opinion on the basis of this unit, and what is our previous knowledge about this topic as well. Because this topic is very debatable, it needs lot of logic, it needs lot of evidences, it needs lot of proofs as well, in order to prove any statement, in order to prove the relationship of man and woman especially. So the number one statement is, behind every successful man there is a woman. And second number is, where woman is silent is not. We have to prove that whatever these statements are given there, either these are right, or what we think, what are our opinion and concepts about these statements. For example, in the number one statement, it is written, behind every successful man there is a woman. There are many people who can favor this topic, can favor this statement, that yes, it is true that the success of the men is due to the favor, due to the hard work of the woman. But there are many people, other people as well, who think that it is not due to the hard work and the struggle and the sacrifices of the woman, but it is due to the hard work and struggle and sacrifices of the man himself. So different people have the different concepts and the opinion. We have to bring all of those concepts and opinion and ideas in the one platform, and we have to discuss this statement, that either it is right, or what is our personal opinion about that particular statement. In the number second, it is written, where woman is silence is not. Again, it is the debatable topic. Different people have different ideas, concepts, opinion about the women and their life. Number third statement is, women can compete with men in every field. Again, this is the debatable topic. that women have the such type of the dare confident and such type of the we can say competent abilities that they can compete with men in every field of life. But there are other people as well who think that it is not easier for the women that they do participate in every field wherever men go there and men work there. It is very difficult for the women. There are certain jobs and there are certain fields where women can easily work there, but there are other fields as well where women cannot go there and cannot work there in a proper way because though the nature of those jobs is not suitable to the woman, to the nature of the woman. So different people have again different ideas and concepts. Number fourth statement is women are the root cause of many problems. Again, this is a very famous slogan of our society, and it is considered that women are the root cause, main cause of many problems, and it is believed that many problems of the life are created due to the woman and due to the woman's existence. So again, we have to show that either the statement is the right or what are our opinion and concepts about this statement. Number five, fifth statement is men are more practical than women. Again, this is a practical type of the statement that men are more practical than women. We have to justify, we have to give explanation for this statement that either it is true that men are more practical than women, or it is true that women are more practical than men, or we can say both are practical. So we have to again discuss this statement in the detail as well. After that, uh, we are asked certain type of the questions in the second type of the activity. uh, in the very first question here, the question is related that what do you think the text will tell you, what type of the description, what type of the explanation is given in the text? What are your opinion? Can you guess that what this text is about before going into the detail of all this unit? So this is just type of the brainstorming question where you are guessing abilities, your prior abilities, your ideas and concepts related to the title are judged, so that one can easily understand that what do you think, what type of the ideas you get from the title of the lesson, title of the book as well. So it is related to the title of the topic, and afterwards we are given the list of certain type of the sentences. You can see here the list is given here till H. From A to H, all of these sentences are not arranged in the ordered way. We have to arrange and we have to write down these sentences in the order. We have to keep them in the order, in the chronological manner. You can do it, you can work on it after completing the unit 5, after reading the unit 5 gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. You have to write down these sentences in the ordered way, in the order, in the chronological way. They are not written in the chronological way. After that, we have the text of the unit 5 gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. Now before going into the detail, before reading this text, I'm going to tell you that what is actually in this lesson. In this unit, gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan, remember one thing, that Pakistan is considered as a patriarchal society. Patriarchal society is a society where man dominates, where man is considered as superior, where man is the head, where man is the masters of the family, where men are considered as the breadwinner, where man has the abilities and the right and the justice to control the life of all other people at the home, in our society, in our domestic life, in our internal life, in our outer life. In each and every aspect of their life, it is considered that man is the dominant part of woman's life. Women live the suppressed type of their life. Women live under the suppression, under the dominated power of their men. They do not have the right to go against the will of their men. They have to follow each and every step and each and every order of their men. They have to obey blindly in front of their men. They cannot get the education. They can not, they do not have the justice to express their ideas and concepts and express themselves. They do not have the right to select the life partner of on their own choice. They do not have the right and the justice that they can take any decision of their life. It is only the right and it is only the justice of the man that he can take the decision of woman's life. Wherever he wants to do the marriage of any girl or any woman, it is decided just by the man, not by the woman. Women in domestic as well as in the external life or outer life are marginalized, are victimized and exploited by the men in each and every step of their life, either in the domestic life or in the outer life. Women are not allowed to go outside to get the education. They are not allowed to do the jobs. If they do any type of the job, then at the workplaces they are not treated equally. They are not given their rights. They are not paid well as compared to the men. They are paid lowest as compared to the men. It is expected from the women that they should do hard work. They should do double type of the work as compared to the men, and it is considered that men should be paid properly, should be paid good as compared to the women. It is considered that women do not have the natural type of the abilities and the creative type of the abilities and capabilities that can do any type of the task, any type of the job in a proper way. It is certain type of the stereotype of the idea of our society related to the status and the position of the woman. If we talk about the status and the position of the woman, the status and position of the woman in as compared to the men in Pakistan is a secondary one. It is assumed in Pakistan, or we can say in many other countries, or in the overall world, that a woman is created after the Adam, so should be put at the second number. She is the secondary in front of the men. Her life is meaningless without regarding man. It is the man who makes the life of the woman meaningful, purposeful, and aimful. Without regarding man, life of the woman is meaningless. It has no meaning. It is vague, empty. So if woman wants to live a meaningful life, then she should have the side of her husband or of her men. In each and every step of their life, women face the gender discrimination in their whole life. Before the marriage, their life is controlled by the father and by the brother. After the marriage, their lives are controlled by the husband and the sons, and then other type of the people as well. It is all this. This all is due to the stereotype of ideas related to the status and position of the woman. It is all due to the unawareness, or it is all due to the wrong type of the mentality and the psyche of the man related to the status and position of women. So this all lesson, this all unit is about the relationship of men and women, and that how do they live in their lives. In this unit, practical examples are also given of different women, that how do they suffer from the gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. There is one woman who is from Gujranwala. Uh, she explains in her interview that she is divorced just her because of the nature of her job. In that job, she had to have a connection with the other men, the strangers in during that job, and and her husband didn't like that type of the job, and he divorced her. So this type of the example uh, gives the idea that women face a lot of gender discrimination in their whole life. There is another woman as well who says that those working women who work in the different fields and who go out of the home are not respected by the men. They are not given respect, honor, and dignity. they are not considered as honorable women. So many type of the examples are given in this unit, where the position, where the status, and where the complete life of the woman is disregarded and neglected, and they are not given their proper they are not given their rights and the justice in their complete life. They live the life of the woman directly or indirectly. They are controlled by the men, and their whole life is in the hands of the woman. They are the puppets in the hands of their men. Their life is moved by the men. The strings of the puppets all are always in the hands of the men. Whenever and wherever he wants to move that puppet, so and that then that puppet can move according to the wishes and the choices of the men. So we can say women are the puppets in the hands of the women, who are controlled by their men. They do not have their own life, they do not have their own existence, they do not have any meaning and the purpose in their own life. It is expected in the patriarchal type of the society that the only job of the woman is to live in the four boundaries of the home, and to rear the children, and to take care of the husband, to produce the children and to take care of the husband. It is the duty. All of these are considered as the duties and the part of a woman's life. So these certain type of the jobs and the duties are concerned and related to women's life, and it is expected from the woman that it is not her job that she should go out of the home to the external world and compete with the men and to have connection with us other strangers and the men who are not her relatives. So she have to live under the four walls of the woman. She faces a lot of restrictions and hindrances in her life. So we should start our this lesson in the from the very starting. Then I will explain you each and everything that what is in the lesson. After reading the one paragraph, I will explain you each and everything here. When we will read out this complete lesson, then we can get a lot of ideas from this lesson as well. That what is the position, what is the status of the woman and man in our society, Pakistani society, and how women are treated within our society. We have to particularly define Pakistani setup, Pakistani context, Pakistani background. We have to see the position, the status, the relationship of man and woman within the context of Pakistan. See, Pakistan is a very, we can say, big country. In this big country, we have other type of the provinces, 5 provinces, and each and every province women are treated not similarly. They are treated differently. Each and every province, there are different type of the ideas and concepts related to the man and the woman in that particular area and region. So now we should start our reading of this unit 5, gender discrimination in the workplace in Pakistan. In the first paragraph, it is written gender. The word is quite in vogue nowadays. The word is very much famous and acceptable in nowadays, the word gender. As far as the mushrooming NGOs are non-government organization are concerned, most of the organizations have adopted the agenda as a fashion rather than the passion. It is expected that NGOs are working, these organizations are working for the gender equity, but in real sense, these organizations are just the fashion. They do not have the passion to work for the gender equity. They are in the real sense promoting gender discrimination in the different parts of the Pakistan. They are not doing work to decrease the gender discrimination or gender disparity within the Pakistan. So these all different type of the organizations are fashion. They are not here to show any type of the passion to resolve the different type of the issues between man and woman. There is a misconception regarding the use of the term gender. In the social context, gender is often the cause of bias. There are many misconceptions, wrong ideas about the term gender. And this term in the social context always creates the bias, always creates the different type of the issues and the problems. Gender bias is a thorn in the flesh of more or less every social system. Gender discrimination, gender bias exists in every social system. in every society, in every region. In one way or the other, it has often been realized that women have been the victims of exploitation, whether they get jobs or not. So we cannot say that only those women who do the job, only those women who go out of the home face a lot of issues and problems and are victimized and exploited. But there are other women as well who live within the four walls of the home. Despite of this, they are facing multiple issues, double type of the issues as compared to the other women as well. So women have to face different type of the restrictions and hurdles in her life, no matter whatever she is doing. Either she lives in the four walls of the home, or she goes out of the out of those four walls of the home. She has to face issues and problems in her life. People generally believe that after getting a job, most of the financial and social problems are solved. However, this has been exactly opposite in the case of women. When men gets job, their problems are solved. But when women get jobs, their problems can be multiplied. So the general concept, common idea of our society is explained and highlighted here, that it is expected that when men gets the job, all of the problems are solved. But when any woman gets the job, her problems are multiplied and double. So we can see here the status and the position of the woman, that why there is a difference, that if man is getting the job, then his problems are solved. But if woman is getting the job, her problems are multiplied. It is just because of the patriarchal societies, where one gender is given more importance as compared to the other, where there is no equality, where there is no justice. In all of these situations, it is not possible that in that particular society both of the genders live equally, and they do not demolish, they do not exploit each other. So in the Pakistani context, these things are common and these things are existing and are part of our life as well. And it is and one should remember another thing, that whenever a woman gets job, why it is said that whenever a woman gets the job, her problems and issues are multiplied, and when the man gets the job, his problems are solved. It is because a woman not only faces the issues and the problems within her domestic life, when she goes out of the home, in each and every step of her life, again she faces the brutal type of the faces in the form of the men in that working area as well. So we have the misconcepts about the uh, women, and especially those who are working in the outer life. The constitution, now the what the constitution of Pakistan says about the status and position of women. Now explanation is given here. The constitution of Islamic Republic of Pakistan gives equal rights to both men and women. In the Constitution of Pakistan, both men and women are given equal rights. We all know that in the different constitutions of Pakistan, different type of the statements are given there. But all these statements are just for the record. They are in the written form, but in real sense, in the practical life, they are not implied practically. They are not implemented in practical life. They live just within the these all constitution live just within the books in the written form. Practically, the performance is zero. So we can say these all constitutions of Pakistan are existing in the written form, but in practical approach, the performance is nil, zero. However, in practice, men are considered superior to women. It is true that women are inferior as compared to men. Men are superior to women. The reality shows a situation where women rarely appear in position of power. You will not see any woman. Majority of the women do not live in the power. They live under the dominated power of their men. They do not have their own power. They cannot show their own power in front of the world, in front of their men. According to UNDP Human Development Report, now the reports about the gender empowerment, gender power are highlighted here. That what is the position of the woman? The gender empowerment measures the GEM, gender empowerment measurement, uh, quantitatively measures the empowerment of women in on a country basis. Measures among, it is the gender empowerment measures among 185 countries that are registered with UN. Pakistan ranks at 100. So there is one institution, GEM, Gender Empowerment Mayor, and on the basis of the reports of this institution, Pakistan is at the 100th position out of 185 countries for the gender empowerment. The GEM, Gender Empowerment Mayor, quantitatively measures the empowerment of women on a country basis. The indicators include the measure of inequality in control over earned economic resources, participation in political decision making, and economic decision making. Now, the report analyzes on the basis of the which criteria the reports of the GEM conducted different type of the research in the different type of the 185 countries. They have certain type of the criteria that how is the condition of the economic resources of men and women, and do they take the political decisions and economic decisions. And when they analyze and when they want for the Pakistan, and the Pakistan ranks at 100, where now you can see where the women either do not earn or do not play their important role for the economic resources, and they are even not able to take part in the political decisions and economic decisions as well. So they live far back from all these things. They neither can go for the economic resources, or then in the uh, they even are not able to go for the economic decision making as well, and they are not even able to take part in the political decisions. So all these things are in not important for the women in Pakistani context. That's why Pakistan is at 100 number one out of 185 countries. Now we have to see the social environment of the Pakistan, and in this paragraph you will see the practical example of one of the women, or we will see that the position or the seats that are eloquent for the women are still vacant within the Pakistan in the politics, just because women are not allowed to get education, they are not able to go out of their home, and there are many other problems that women face in their daily life. In Pakistan, there is social environment that never allows Pakistani women to come out and face the society bravely. So this is one of the bitter truth that Pakistani society, Pakistani people, Pakistani environment do not have the much facilities. They are even not able to encourage their women to come out and face the society bravely. They always discourage their women. They always try to bound their women. Women remain restricted to the home. So women are always bound to live within the home. It has been revealed through various surveys that there is significant ratio of working women in Pakistan. We can see there is no majority of the women in the working places of Pakistan, but whatever the women who are working in the different areas and regions, they are facing lot of multiple type of the issues in their practical life, who either do not prefer to work or do not have access to the opportunity to work. There are many women who are not ready to go for the work, And there are other women as well who do not have the access, do not have the opportunities to go for the work and to go out of the to come out of the home and face the society bravely. It was discovered in the region of the Gujranwala city of Punjab province that 25% of the seats allocated to women are vacant in the district. So the practical example is given there. One of the truth is described here. The 25 seats of the women are vacant in the region of the Gujranwala, a city of Punjab. And why these seats are vacant? Because women are neither are educated and not they are given the opportunity to work in a proper way. The situation is the same in the rest of the country. Same is the condition with the rest of the country. The example is given of Punjab's city Gujranwala, but we can see the worst type of the conditions in other provinces of Pakistan as well. There is a serious need to ponder why these women do not want to work and play a vital role in the country's economic growth, and why half of Pakistan's population is sitting idle at home. According to the current census of Pakistan or the current population of Pakistan, there are 58% or 55% women in Pakistan. Now you can see women are in majority. Despite of being in majority, women are not brave. Women are not given their justice. Women are not given their equality. Women are not given their rights. Women are not even brave and bold to come out of the home and face the society and play their practical role in the different fields of the life. They are not playing their constructive role in the growth and the development of the Pakistan of our country. There are many reasons and causes behind all these things, that why women are not doing, why women are not coming out of their home, why do they live within the four walls of the home, why do they always follow and obey their man blindly, why do they not question, why do they not raise a question, why do they not talk for their justice, why they do not challenge the men of the home. There are many socio-political factors that restrict, that bound women to come out of the home and face the outer life bravely. So in the previous paragraphs, we got a lot of information about the status and position of the women within the Pakistan. Along with these paragraphs, I also told you other type of the facts and the realities that are related to the position and the women of the Pakistan. So we have to continue this lesson tomorrow as well. We will further discuss it in the class of tomorrow, and we will see in the further detail that what is more described and what is more explained in the upcoming paragraph. Then we have to conclude and we have to see that what we can play the important type of the role in all of these discussion, and how can we reduce this gender disparity within the Pakistan.